Hey guys, happy Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, February 26th, 2019. Almost the end of February. Can't believe it. January lasted 9 years and February has sped by like there's been 3 days in February. I'm with my friend Eric Valdes, right?
Correct.
Okay, good. See, it has an S at the end, so I'm always afraid to say the Z at the end. So Eric Valdes with Bella Vita Lusso. See, I almost did it right, almost. I'm very excited to have him on today. He's got some amazing things for you guys. Give us a thumbs up. Let us know that you can hear us or see us. I wanted you. Hey, Shirley Stamper. Oh, good. We're getting lots of hearts already. So I wanted you guys to click on that link because what he's going to talk about today is so fascinating to me. It sounds like a dream come true. I'm very excited about the services that Bella Vita Lusso offers. Thank you, Shirley. So welcome, buddy.
Thank you.
I'm
for having
so
me.
excited to have you. And we had. Oh, thanks, honey. See my wife. You look so handsome. That's because you dressed me. You should see the shoes I have on today, babe. I wore some of the crazy gold shoes. But I was really excited once William reached out to me, and once I did a little bit of research, actually researched you, which I don't do anybody. I'm like, oh my God, this sounds like a dream come true. This is an amazing service, an amazing company, an amazing opportunity. So welcome. I'll be quiet now. So give us a little background on you before we dive into everything.
For me, I was always an entrepreneur since I was young. Being 12 years old, having my first business. I think every
12?
I think every child has a lawn mowing business.
Okay, I was going to say, is it a lemonade stand? It had to be lawnmower.
And so, I did very well with that. I did that for several years, and then wound up selling that and going into something bigger. Then I went into transportation. I'm also a pilot, but went into transportation, ground transportation, for probably 17 years in different aspects of life.
Were you always an entrepreneur? So you started the Spirit there at 12 or whenever you had your first business, and you sold your first business. That's amazing. Were you always entrepreneurial, or did you ever work for the man, as they say, back in the 60s?
I worked for the man once, and that was enough.
For you young people, that means you're working for corporate.
Yes, 9 to 5 job.
Yeah, 9 to 5.
So I realized that wasn't what I wanted to do. Work for somebody else and them dictate exactly what I'm supposed to do. And so I changed that. And all my life I've been an entrepreneur in some shape, form.
Were you did you come from a family of entrepreneurs, or was that just something that you had naturally?
Just naturally.
Yeah.
My family, I come from a very middle class family. So mom and dad always worked. And I wanted to be the different person. I wanted to be the one that stood out and said, you know what, we're going to change this a little bit. I'm going to take care of mom and dad.
That's awesome.
So most of my life I've been an entrepreneur.
And so you just threw in the pilot part, but that's a big deal. How did you become a pilot? What was the dream there?
When I was 5 years old, I was out in the yard one day and I seen a helicopter, and I said, that's what I want to do when I grow up. I want to be a helicopter pilot. And so
most kids say that, but they don't follow through.
Yes. I kept bugging my dad, my mom, to take me to a helicopter, quote unquote, airport. And they took me to the Gettysburg. There was a Gettysburg helicopter in Pennsylvania. And they took me up there and I fell in love with it. From that point forward, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. That is not the field exactly that I went into, but I followed my dreams as far as being a pilot.
And so as a pilot, did you work commercially, or do you just do it for your own? And how is that? I'm sure now that gave you an amazing background for Bella Vita Lusso.
It did. I did it both. Now it's more of a private sector for the company. Excuse me. So we do a lot of stuff privately, charters, through with the Learjets and the G550s that are out there. If you guys take a look at the website, you'll see some of the planes that we deal with on an occasion basis as well.
So I heard you talking to Derek earlier, and you were referencing something which he's way too young to know, but when I read everything about Bella Vita Lusso, I did think of the lifestyles of the rich and famous with Robin Leach.
That's exactly
from
right.
the 80s,
Right.
which was,
Exactly.
80s was the best decade of anything that was adventurous, glamorous, stylish, elegant. I just loved everything about it. And so when you were talking about that, that's exactly what I thought. So let's talk a little bit about Bella Vita Lusso. what does that mean, first of all? And then let's talk about the concept of the company.
Sure. Bella Vita Lusso is what it means is beautiful luxury life.
Don't you love that? I want to have that. If I had tattoos, I'd want to have that tattooed somewhere.
So,
I've got him so off base right now, it's crazy.
so it means a beautiful luxury life, and it was created because there's something that was always missing. As much traveling as I've done, my executives have done, we realized that there was something missing, and that was being a beyond first class. And that's what Bella Vita Lusso is about. It's literally a step above first. From everything being picked up at your home, getting into your car, getting into the private cars, the jets, the helicopters. If you dream it, we can make it happen. We're literally what's called a yes company within legal reasons. I have to put that out there.
You
I have
better
to put that
out there. This audience, you never know.
We have people calling all the time about, they're getting married. We do marriages as well. We set everything up. We make everything happen. And everything that we do, we have a team that sets the marriages up. We have a team for wedding planning. We have teams for everything. So if you call the company, from the moment that you make that phone call, we're there to help you. That's what we're there for.
So in this day and age, is there a need for that? There's obviously Dana Lincoln, of course you love luxury. Who doesn't? She is definitely a luxurious lady. How do you reach the people? Like I would think, for example, that in this day and age that there wouldn't be a demand for that. But I think that there must be in order for you all to be as successful as you are.
There is a major demand in it. Today in society, who wants to sit and wait for an airline that's delayed for 3 or 4 or 5 hours?
I do not.
So we created this company because of that. And most people would think that it's extremely expensive to do certain things. It's, even from getting tickets for a Broadway show or getting tickets for a movie theater, having your own concierge company to get all that stuff for you at big discounts. We get huge discounts for a lot of our stuff because we have venture agreements with a lot of our vendors that we deal with. If it's not done in-house, we do have agreements with our vendors, and they give us amazing pricing for everything for our clients.
Because I think people want to live that wonderful, luxurious lifestyle.
Yeah.
But I think people think it's outside of it's cost prohibitive.
Correct.
So you mentioned earlier, though, that people can come to you and you cater things. I'm not saying you can go and try to have your wedding at Sonny's Barbecue. Nothing against Sonny's. But if somebody has an idea, just because your company represents the luxurious lifestyle and things that you above first class, which I love, doesn't mean that you can't come to Eric and the company and talk about what some of your dreams are. Correct?
Yeah, we would love to invite a lot of people to call us and ideas, and we want to help you, and that's what we're here to do. We will do anything we can to put a smile on your face, because when you go to propose somebody, who doesn't love getting proposed at the highest level possible of luxury? And it doesn't have to necessarily cost $1 million to do it, because that's not why we're here. But there are a lot of families and men and women that have that type of money, that money's no object for them. And so, but we treat every client the same. We give them the best service out there, and that's why we named Bella Vita Lusso as a step above first.
So what I loved, so when you first walked in, I was on the phone, and I'm sharing this, you don't know, but I'm on the phone, but I can hear, I'm a dad, so I can hear like 95 conversations going on at once. And I wasn't sure what to expect, right? So when you have a company called Bella Vita Lusso, I'm not sure what Eric's going to be like when he walks in, because we just met today. And I immediately noticed the humility. You were having a conversation with Derek, you were talking, so when he's saying to you that he's going to listen to what you want to do and maybe your dreams and talk through it, he really means it. You can't fake that. And I think that's so important, because I think a lot of people do want to take the dream trip. They do want to have the dream proposal. They want to ride in that beautiful car that they only see on TV. And there are things that you can do, and you want to hear them what their dream is, so you can try to make it a reality.
Correct. Even if you're looking to get a vehicle, we have a lot of connections with a lot of people, because we send a lot of our top clients to a lot of the car dealerships that we deal with throughout the country. We have people inquiring about yachts. We have people inquiring about homes. So, the website, when you become a member also, the website is a massive tool for the clients. Everything is very self-explanatory as far as what we do. But the best touch in the world is getting a hold of one of the concierges through the company and sitting down and having a conversation with them, whether it's in person or whether it's over the telephone. Most of our stuff is video chat, just like this, or sometimes they'll come into an office. If you're in Beverly Hills, our main office is in Beverly Hills. That's where I just come from. So
Nice.
everything's a personal touch. You're just not a number. You are a person that we care about. Some people don't even know that I'll be the owner out in the field because I touch everything that I sell. I touch everything, and that's what an owner should do.
You have the passion, you can
Correct.
tell. You have the passion
Correct.
to make it happen. You want to make it happen. So
Exactly.
can you give me an example of maybe something that you've recently done or something really cool for the audience? I know you probably have confidentiality stuff.
We do.
But is there any like I would imagine being proposed, have you had any interesting proposals, any trips, things that people want to plan that you can give them an idea of what you do?
We had a few weeks ago, we had in California, we had a client that it was their anniversary. So basically, they told us exactly what they wanted and how it wanted to be done, and they wanted to order 20 dozen of roses, and they wanted it to be dropped out of a helicopter. So we made that happen. We made that experience that they'll never forget. But of course, those flowers went all over the place too. So, but it was.
But that's a dream that you. Thank you, Dana. That's a dream that people had. So you made it a reality.
Right.
I mean, where else are you going to go? If I said that to Stacy, don't get any ideas. If I said that to Stacy and all right, we decided we wanted that done, I wouldn't know who to go to get that done.
That would be us.
I would probably reach out to my closest pilot friend first, but now I don't have to. I can actually go to you. But you also you have concerts. There are musical. I mean, this is a true highest end concierge service.
Yes, if you want to go to Broadway and you want to do a meet and greet, we have the accessibilities of getting that done for you. If you want to go to a video set and watch a video being performed, if you want to go to a talk show, we can get all of that stuff done through the connections, and everything in life is about connections. It's not
Say it again,
It's not
brother.
what
That
you know,
is
it's
true.
who you know,
It's
and that's
true.
just how everything comes together in any type of business that you do. So, if you want Broadway tickets, if you want simple dinner tickets, we get it all for you, and we do it at a huge savings too. If you continue watching throughout the broadcast, you're gonna hear a couple of things that I say. We're looking for a certain amount of callers, and we're gonna be giving a couple of things away today. So,
Some callers, you guys hear that? So let your friends know. We haven't done a callers thing for the TED Show yet. We've never done this before, but he's got the access because you can't call me. So don't call me or you'll interrupt the show. Eric's going to give you a
I'm gonna
phone
give you a
number that we want to give because this is a really cool thing that he's doing for anybody listening to the TED Show or anybody who follows up with the TED Show and with Eric and Bella Vita Lusso.
what I'm going to do now is just going to give you the number ahead of time, and so that way when I ask you all to be a certain caller, I'll share with you what I'm going to be giving away here at the TED Show today. But here's the number. It's 888-809-9607. Don't call it just yet. I'll let you know. I just
Don't
want
call it yet, and don't call here looking for that number.
Yes, I'm going to repeat it. 888-809-9607. One of our concierges will answer that phone, and they'll text me here live on the show to let me know what number I'm looking for, and I'll let you know who that winner will be. So we'll do that throughout. There's two things I'll be giving away to Ted's callers today.
And these aren't Starbucks gift certificates, people. This is some insane stuff that Eric just told me about right before we went live. So you want to hang around and you want to get people to get on because I think you guys are gonna be blown away. So talk about the charitable side a little bit, please.
So the big thing in life for me was I always love giving back to a community, or if we're having a situation in the world, to be able to give back, regardless of where it is or who it is, knowing that those causes are going to be taken care of, at least partly, with Bella Vita Lusso, or directly or indirectly with the company. When the hurricanes happened a few years ago here in Key West, a marathon, I was part of that. We flew supplies down from Orlando. We had them from West Palm Beach. We had them from Miami. And a group of pilots, we all met at a certain airport, picked up the supplies, and we dispersed them.
Wow.
People were in massive need. And that's part of my life, and I feel that's part of why I'm doing what I'm doing. My executives for the company, they feel the same way. And so our charitable contribution is massive, and we're working on right now currently something for Venezuela, which is very dear to my heart because there's a certain reason for it. But we're doing a project for Venezuela. And if you go to our website, the link will be up shortly. Our web designer's working on all of the critiquing right now, but it's called Proyecto Venezuela. My Spanish isn't good. I'm still learning.
That means Project Venezuela. Look at me, interpreting.
So, the foundation for that is we are sending a massive amount of supplies over to Venezuela. Knowing what's going on currently right now, we did a shipment recently into Colombia. We were escorted in to make sure that everything went where it was supposed to go. But there's ways for us to get it into Venezuela versus what's exactly going on right now that they won't let them through those gates. If you have family there, or if you have anybody that you know there, have them get in contact with us. We might not be able to do things on a grand scale because of what's currently going on, but we can at least get things through the borders.
Yeah, and if you guys aren't watching, I mean, we were talking earlier, Eric and I, because their social media is so limited down there, and because people are not seeing what's coming out of there unless they're basically pirating it out of there on social media.
Correct.
The only reason it's starting to really come to the forefront of the news is because the president has lost his ever-loving mind, I think, down there, and he's challenging the United States, and so we're finally seeing some of the things that we should have been seeing the entire time. But it's a very desperate situation down there. We have a lot of Venezuelans. Central Florida is huge in the Venezuelan. I don't know how to read Spanish, Luis, so you might have to put that in English for me. But Venezuela is a huge community here, and I see their posts,
Yes.
the local people's posts,
Yes.
and it's just heartbreaking what's going on in our own, really pretty much our own backyard.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing is I'll get messages every day, and just because I'm president and CEO of a big company doesn't mean I don't take phone calls. I take phone calls all the time. I answer everything. And I had a young man just recently was in touch with me. He didn't have food to eat, and so we sponsor X amount of people throughout the course of what's happening in Venezuela. So we'll make sure that they're being fed. We'll make sure they're being housed. Everything's very transparent. We don't take collections and it doesn't go to them. 100% of the proceeds go to them, and we want to make sure that these people are eating. So it's really sad to see. And I'm going to say this to you, and this is as honest as I can be. I did not realize until recently how bad, Ted, that situation was.
I know.
And when you wake up every morning and you go to get breakfast, or you wake up every morning or you go to have lunch or dinner, these people aren't getting that. These people, there's no food. The money, what money? I mean, you have a little bit of money down there, but you can't even buy a banana with that.
Right.
And it's just really sad.
It's so bad, and your people just put up the link for the Venezuelan effort, the Venezuelan effort relief project that he has. Proyecto, is that how we say it? See, all right, I was close. I was trying to do the Spanish and I could not. But it's really desperate down there, and I know it's desperate all over the world, but we're not hearing a lot about this, so they're not getting any kind of attention. Barely getting any kind of global attention, finally getting some because of all of the rigmarole with the United States now and the president challenging it. But I'll see how
That's
awesome.
nice. Thank you, Joanne.
So it's so important, and we're going to, again, provide all the links at the end of the show, but reach out to them. If you're in the Venezuelan community here and you're there's a Venezuelan Chamber of Commerce, there's a Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, please get involved and please reach out to Eric and Bella Vita Lusso.
Yeah, we'll do anything within our power and our reach to help those people that are in need, and also the donations. we take donations to make the efforts happen. It does take money to run the efforts. Most at the very beginning, most of my personal money, because my partner's family's in Venezuela. Regardless, the whole thing of it is making sure that these people eat, making sure that these people are housed. A lot of the Venezuelans had gone to Colombia, and they don't have any places to live. And so we're trying to get housing for some of the individuals as well. But there's so many. We're one company, but we want to impact. If we can make an impact on one person, two people, and God just keeps bringing it up, we're going to keep doing what we can do. As long as I'm breathing, I'm going to be, my executives and myself with Bella Vita, we're going to make it happen.
And what I love too is you talked about relationships and connections earlier. I think that's so important because that's for business, but it's also for philanthropy, global community. So you're utilizing those same connections and relationships to do good in the world. And I think that we're tasked with that. I think you'd probably say the same thing to those who are given much is expected. That's not the exact quote, but you have to give back. And if you're going to have the relationships are great for business, but being able to help people, I mean, that's really what it's all about. So I think it's amazing what you guys are doing.
Thank you. And if you need assistance, or if you need anything, call Bella Vita Lusso. I provided the number, and I know my executives are watching, so if you can put the telephone numbers up of the company, that would be great, so it's listed on this broadcast as well. Bella Vita Lusso, we're worldwide. We're not just in the United States. We are worldwide. French Riviera, Dubai.
French Riviera.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I've been there actually.
One of my executives wants to move over there, and
gorgeous.
so they're gonna wind up running that part of the world for us. But it is absolutely beautiful over there. Greece, if you've never been to Greece, Greece is definitely a beautiful place to go to.
And one of the things that I love, I think that people who have not had an opportunity to travel may not understand the value, the human touch that you get from traveling and how it changes your life.
Absolutely.
And so, but a lot of people don't know there's so many different ways to travel. You can book your own tickets. I don't know why you'd want to figure that out, but they can provide you the ability to kind of cater it and plan it for your dream trip. And I think everybody should travel out of the United States at least once in your life, because it is life-changing, absolutely life-changing.
And speaking about that, most people don't travel out because they don't know what to do, where to go. They don't know anything about it. So they'll do some research. So my company goes a step further. So when you do come to us and you do book, what we do is give you a guide. It's an electronic guide that you download on your iPhone or your Android app, and it shows you exactly. It'll give you a whole itinerary of where to go, what you should do, what you should look at, so that way you're not left out left field somewhere. So
because it can be challenging, but you have people. I think people are they want to go. I think people do have wanderlust. They want to travel, but it can be a big task if you don't know what you're doing. Why not utilize somebody to help you that knows the ins and the outs? Some of the best travel we did was when we used a tour company, for example, somebody who really put stuff together for us, because we don't know. I mean, Europe is a different world over there, but it's literally, oh look, see your executives are posting
They're
right
listening.
now.
Thank you.
I love it. You want to travel. Trust me, it's one of the best things you could ever do for your life, your livelihood, personal and business. I promise.
And here in Florida, there's a lot of places to go that people don't even they either they don't know or they've never ventured out to go see. We do exotic trips. For example, I'll take you on just a small thing. Being a pilot, Sunset Island, and that might not be the name of it. I can't think of it at the moment, but it's off of Key West, and it had been damaged by the hurricane, and they're redoing it as we currently speak. So the reservations are now kicking in 2020. But it's a Little Palm Island. Little Palm Island is an amazing, amazing resort, and I would highly suggest, checking it out. That's what we do, and we make things happen for you. If you're a romantic getaway and you want 2 or 3 nights, we'll plan it for you. We'll send you the itinerary, and we'll make things happen. We just get a massive discounts to pass to our clients. So that's the biggest
You
thing.
only live once, so that's why I love this concept, because I think like today, you can't see them, but I got new gold shoes, and there's this video that goes around that talks about you need to dress up every day, wear your best, do what you want to do, and because you just aren't, there's no guarantees for tomorrow or the next minute really, and so that's why what Eric and Bella Vita Lusso are doing, they're allowing you to do that. They're allowing you to create that dream trip, and you don't want to wait until you can't do it physically. Blue skies, that's right, Diane Bourne. You want to do it now. I encourage everybody to want to do it now. All right, so we're getting toward the end of the show, so I want to allow you to say or do whatever you want to do so that we don't miss out on that.
So today, I brought with me for the 9th caller, and again, the numbers are up on the screen. I see the executives have put that up for you, and also for myself. If you're the 9th caller, you're going to get two free tickets and also dinner for your movie. It's a movie passes with dinner. So if you're the 9th caller, go ahead and call in. We'll get the notifications as they come in. If for some reason that we don't get the notifications at the moment, I will notify you all.
We'll follow up, we promise.
Yeah.
Don't panic.
And then we'll announce the winner.
And what's the number again? Will you read it out loud?
I'm going to give you the 888 number. It's 888-809-9607. And then also our Beverly Hills number is 310-910-9962. Either one of those numbers goes right into our concierge department, and you can speak to one of them. If all lines are busy, they'll take your name and number, but we'll know what order that came in because they keep track of everything.
That's awesome. So what's the long-range goal for, hey Mary, what's the long-range goal for Bella Vita Lusso?
So Bella Vita Lusso is going to wind up expanding its markets. We're going to go into development as well, because there's a lot of people, especially we'll talk about Puerto Rico, we'll talk about Colombia, and also Venezuela. All of those areas some of those areas are less fortunate because of the hurricanes or the things that are happening in Venezuela. And when you go to Colombia or Venezuela, to know what the $1 US dollar is worth down there and what it can buy, it blows your mind away. And so we want to be able to help those communities, whether we are building apartment complexes, we're housing. Same thing with Puerto Rico. I know some of my executives and I, we're going to do some land development complexes in Puerto Rico as well, from the devastation of the hurricanes. And so we want to make that stuff happen. So we see ourselves, and we've already implemented that into our workflow, into our plans, and also worldwide. We're going to wind up going more into the French Riviera, expanding our markets in Dubai and stuff like that. So, if you all can't tell, I'm huge on charity. So Bella Vita Lusso is the foundation of the company, but my charities are the number one thing for myself. So it's always about giving back.
That's what feeds your soul.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely, it does.
And your executives just put up the number again, 888-809-9607. And again, don't panic. My viewers are not used to calling in, and I didn't prep them for this. So if it happens after the show, trust me, we will keep track of it. His executives will keep track of it, and we'll make sure that the 9th caller, gets what kindly Eric is offering.
You're gonna get two movie passes as well as dinner. And right before we end the broadcast, I'm gonna give another gift away.
Oh, you are? Okay.
I'm gonna give another gift away. I also wanted to mention, if you don't mind, I'm going to mention the project in Venezuela. We are doing donations, and in order to get the word out, what we're offering is a certain amount. If you donate $2,000, you get a free membership from Bella Vita Lusso. We will offer that to you for helping to help the foundation. So we'll offer if you donate $2,000, we'll give you the Bella Vita membership, and we'll step you through on all your needs that you might possibly want, just to say thank you, and we appreciate that.
That's
we
wonderful.
need all the help that we possibly can get with that.
All right, so we are before the crazy large table comes, which is to our left. The club has been gracious today. There's no rooms available, so Eric has also been gracious, and we're in the dining room if you can't tell today. What is the last thing, before I ask for your parting words of wisdom, what is the last thing you want to share with them? And the executives are going to handle all this, so no panic in the
Thanks,
disco.
Diane. Thank you. The last thing is, and I'm going to probably get her name wrong because every time I go to say her name, my staff corrects me. But we have 2 tickets to give away. It depends on where you are in the country, depending on what caller you are. Her shows are all over the country, so I can't just say it's going to be here in Florida, New York. Wherever her shows are and wherever you're based out of, if it's close to that, that's where we'll book those tickets for. But it's 2 tickets to see the singer Ariana
Grande.
Yes.
Ariana Grande.
So we have 2 tickets to give away, and you have to be the 15th caller for that. So if you are the 15th caller, whoever is the 15th caller, we'll make sure that we process tickets accordingly. And if you're in the state of Florida, but we have to see exactly where she's playing, and then we'll be able to issue those tickets of whatever state you want to go to.
She's amazing, to be honest with you. And
Amazing,
I'm old enough to
amazing.
be her great-grandfather, but I still love her music. Thank You Next is the title of one of my shows on Friday, because I just think that's got a cool little vibe to it, a lot to it. But she's so talented, so popular.
Great songs.
She's amazing, right? So 15th caller, 888-809-9607. They know how to divide this out. You guys just pass the word on and call. And I know it's not going to happen during the broadcast, but I promise you I'll make sure Eric comes back on, or I can come back on, and we'll do a little live follow-up in the next day or two. Maybe I can even patch you in if you can't make it all the way out here from beautiful Disney Springs area to crazy downtown. Oh my God, it's been insane. Any parting, and we're going to share all their information. They've been great about sharing it. But remember, 888-809-9607. Don't call Ted for this. Call 888-809-9607. I could do a commercial. I think we could do commercials. Any parting words of wisdom for them? Anything you want to share with them before we head out?
I do, and this pertains, I guess, to all of us. Don't dream your life. Just don't dream it. You have to live your dream. And that's the biggest thing that we go through. And you'll see that on the website. We came up with that on the website as well. You just don't dream it, live it. And the only way you can do that is to make it happen. You gotta make that step.
You have been a dream, a joy. Didn't know what I was getting into today, but I am so honored, and you're so humble and gracious. And I think what you're doing in Venezuela with your charity work, with Bella Vita Lusso, I think it's just amazing. You're making dreams come true on so many different levels. And so I'm very happy that William set this up. Kudos to him. But thank you for coming on.
Absolutely.
It was
Thank you for
absolutely
having me.
a joy. Thank you. We love you guys. We'll see you soon.
Bye. Take care.